Hey you guys, welcome to Grace and Fire. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, hey, welcome back. Well, this morning I am on my way to a seed swap, and I don't know if you've ever gone to a seed swap before, but this isn't the first time I've gone. I'm headed into a small town in southern Indiana, and I found it through Facebook, and there's a great soil group of ladies that love to garden and take care of farm animals and preserve foods. Anyhow, so one of the gals listed that she was going to be hosting a seed swap at her church. So I'm getting ready to head down there, and I have my bag of seeds that I'm going to be taking with me. I have a lot of peas that were given to me last fall, so that's what I'm taking to exchange. I'm hoping that I will be able to find some herbs, maybe some flowers that I've never grown, and I don't know, we'll see what else I can find. So I don't know that I will be taking you guys into the seed swap, because if there are kids running around, I certainly don't want to put them on video, or, you know, some people are funny about being on camera. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back after I've gone to the seed swap, and I'll show you what I got. I'm home from the seed swap, and I had an amazing time. I'm just going to say, if you have never been to a seed swap, I highly recommend that you go check it out, especially if you're a gardener, and it doesn't matter if your garden is small or large. Go to a seed swap. I'm telling you, I've been gardening since 2011, which is my books, I think, is a good amount of time. Of course, it's not been my whole life, but I've been gardening for quite some time now, and I even learned new things that are going to help me out, especially growing in this area. There's all kinds of tips and tricks, so I highly recommend going to check it out. Plus, it's great to meet other people who are like-minded and share some of the resources that you know, and then they share some of the things that they know. And let me just tell you, knowledge is key. So definitely check this out. And if you're interested in finding a seed swap in your area, my recommendation would be to check your local library. Sometimes they post that information on a community board. Also check out Facebook in your area, maybe even Marketplace or something like that. See what's in your area that way. And then another option is to check with your local county extension. Oftentimes they have information about seed groups. For me, I found it through a Facebook group. And I'm just going to say that the host did an amazing job. It was a success. There were lots of people there, lots of seeds. But more importantly, I appreciated not only getting new seeds, but I also appreciated more than anything the knowledge that I walked away with. I'm telling you, go to your local seed swap. All right, so what did I get? Well, I didn't get very much because, quite frankly, I have a lot of seeds that were gifted to me last fall, and I was able to share those seeds at the seed swap. I took all of my extras in, but I really didn't need like a ton of tomatoes or a ton of bell peppers or a whole lot of things. Plus, I'm in the Survival Seeds 2024 challenge. So I have seeds from them that I need to grow too. So I really just didn't need a ton of things. So there's not a lot, but I have gone to these before in years past and have walked out with tons more seeds than what I'm about to show you. So kind of keep that in mind. All right. So what did I get? Well, first up, I got some hot pink hollyhock seeds. I think that these are from somebody's garden, which I'm excited because that's sharing from one garden to the next. Because really, the other thing is I looked up online, what does a hot pink hollyhock look like? And there are no hot pink hollyhock varieties. But I did find a lot of colors that I would call hot pink hollyhock, and they're gorgeous. And I hope that that's what that looks like. I'm super excited because right over here is my grow station, and I came home and I realized that the hollyhocks that I had started may not survive, and they were a really pretty blush pink. So we're gonna fingers crossed, because I forgot to water them, and we will see if they come back to life. If not, I'm so glad I picked up some hot pink hollyhocks, because now I can start again, right? All right, the next ones I got are from I believe she's got a YouTube channel. I know that there's Instagram out there. If I can find that information, I'll put it in the description box below so you can go check it out, all her socials. But this is from Providence Farmstead. So I picked up the Cinderella pumpkin. I have tried growing these before. I have problems with squash bugs, as I said in the seed challenge or survival seed challenge 2024. Survival Seeds 2024 challenge. That's right. Anyhow, so I'm going to give this a shot again and see how this turns out. Cinderella pumpkins are absolutely beautiful. I've bought them at local U-Pick farms, but I have never been able to successfully grow them. And as I said in my last video, I don't give up that easy. We're going to try it again. So I'm really excited. I think there might be like 5 seeds in here is what I feel. So, hey, let's give that another shot. Okay, and then Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead knows that I have grown these before, but guess who forgot to save seeds? This girl. I'm growing the loofahs again this year. In fact, I will probably go ahead and get them started in the next week or two to get a head start on them. I use what's called a cow poo pot. I know, that sounds awful. Look it up. It's kind of like those peat moss pots that you put them in. I've done it before, and they transplanted perfectly because you put the whole pot down in the ground rather than messing up the roots. So I will be getting started on those soon because I would like to grow some loofah gourds. I need to be able to wash dishes and wash my back. So I'm really excited. All right, and then I also picked up some birdhouse gourds. I have never grown birdhouse gourds. I have been given gourds for birds that you just hang up in the tree, and they're so beautiful. One of them I will not put outside because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a little chicken painted one, but I would like to have some to put outside. So we're going to give it a shot and see how that turns out. And then the last one I got from Providence Farmstead is some Moon and Star watermelon. See, that's how it's written on the back, Moon and Star. So I don't know anything about this, so I'm going to have to do some research and find out. But I thought, well, that'll give me something fun to try. All right, so next up, I have no idea who these came from, but I got some seashells Cosmos, and they originate from Baker Creek. There was a packet on the table, and then they had these blank envelopes next to it, and then you could put your seeds down in there, and then you can write the variety on there. So a packet was split amongst a lot of people, which is wonderful because sometimes seed packets have more seeds than what one person needs. So anyhow, I got some seashells Cosmos, and I know I have the picture. There it is. Cosmos are really beautiful in flower arrangements. They also make the garden look nice. And I think that whenever you're planting a garden, the way to attract pollinators is to plant flowers, but it also makes it beautiful for the gardener. So I'm looking forward to that. The next one is called Carbon Tomato. Now, it is, I think, one that originated from Baker Creek as well. I'm not 100% certain. So anyhow, if I think I got a picture, if I did, I'll put it right there. I did not pick up very many seeds. I just thought a couple of seeds because Jessie knows I have grown 63 tomato plants in the past. And, you know, that is kind of a lot for one person to grow. So anyhow, I didn't take very many, but I just took maybe 5 seeds to get them going. All right, and another one that I'm really excited is called the Chocolate Cherry Sunflower. And I think this was a Burpee brand seed. So I love sunflowers. Again, going back into attracting the pollinators and making the garden beautiful for the gardener. But and also I make flower arrangements. So I'm really looking forward to those seeds. Then, oh, this one is so exciting. I'm not going to turn it around because it has somebody's name on there, but it is a zinnia mix. What I'm really excited about this one is the gardener, whose name I'm not going to repeat, actually pulled these from her garden, and she said, I'm a little embarrassed because it still has the flower petals and all of the stuff on it. And I told her, I said, here's a tip what I do with my zinnia seeds and all of my flowers. I go out to my garden at the end of the year with a paper bag, and I literally just cut the heads of the dead zinnias off, put them in the paper bag, forget about them. In the spring, I take my paper bag out because they're perfectly dried. I spread them out in my garden. All the petals and everything that it was on the old flower, I leave it out there. And you know what? It's going to return back to the earth, and it's going to help fertilize it one way or another. So I told her, don't worry about it. I'm really excited to grow her zinnia seeds. So these are going to go out in the garden. Then I also picked some Lavender Beauty phlox. Phlox are absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I've grown phlox before, but I've never grown this variety. So I'm going to give that a shot this year. Then there was Russian tarragon seeds. Now I have never grown them before, and they're itty bitty. They're like right down in here, and I took a little bit too much. So I hope that somebody else got some too. I tried to be very careful with how much, but these seeds are so teeny tiny. So I'm going to have to do some research on how to grow that. Then I picked up this is what it's called, okay? Don't get mad at me, but it's called Blood Butcher Dent Corn. Apparently, it dries out and you can make a grain with it. So I've got to do some research on that one. I know nothing about it, but I'm looking forward to it. Then from somebody's garden was some pie pumpkin seeds. Literally, they were in a jar. I took 5 seeds out of it and just wrote pie pumpkin on it. So I'm really happy because I like to grow things from other people's gardens in my own. I mean, it's such a beautiful gift to give somebody. I'm looking forward to that. Then this one I'm going to pop up on the screen. I'm not even going to pronounce it. It's a type of zucchini squash. You can see it right there. Okay, so the picture of this looked so interesting, and the gal that brought these seeds said that it tasted like a normal zucchini, but it looked so cute, and it was so much fun to grow. I'm all for it. Let's give it a shot and see how we like it. And then the final thing that I picked up at the seed swap, and none of these were in any particular order, by the way, is some Crimson Sweet Watermelon from Patriot Seeds. I've never had anything from Patriot Seeds. I've heard of them, but I've never heard of the seed company, so I'm excited to give that a try. It's USDA organic. And I love watermelons, and so does Sir Grace. So we're going to give these a shot. Anyhow, you guys, definitely look around, see what's going on in your area. See if you can find some seed swaps. Go out, check them out. If nothing else, you'll gain information on gardening in your local area, and also maybe some other events. Or I'll give you one of my things that I learned about. There is a chip drop. I had heard about chip drops, but we have a chip drop that's local in my area. So I got to do some research because I'd love to have some wood chips for my garden. And it's a free resource, or sometimes you give them like $20 for gas is what I was told. Or just leave them out some water. I've even heard that too. So I'm going to be looking into this myself because I didn't know we had it in our area. So hopefully I can get a chip drop for my garden, and also I'd like to use some with the chickens in their big run. So we'll see what happens. Then anyhow, you guys, be kind to one another. You just don't know what somebody is going through, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.